something that you don't have to worry about, well, I have this condition or I have that condition, or, you know, you don't have to be so careful with people. Now, there's always precautions in every product that's ever used, and we all know that, so we have to take that into consideration. But I was introduced from a nurse who had heard about this product, and I took a look at it and I just felt good about it. And who doesn't want to activate their stem cells, right? I mean, it just sounds so cool. So I got involved in December last year. So this 12th of June will be 6 months for me. And I'll have to just tell you, I am a very healthy 57-year-old. I don't have any chronic conditions of any sort. I don't take any medications, and I consider myself quite healthy. But with that age, we all know thinning hair, vision gets a little tougher sometimes, skin gets a little crepey, joints ache a little bit. So I have a lot of that stuff going on. So the first thing with the patches was within just 3 days, I started feeling how soft my skin was. And for someone who is living in La Jolla, California, surrounded by everybody I know who gets Botox and spends a fortune on high-end products, I just, you know, I can't say I've never done Botox, but it's not something that I did on a routine basis. Now I don't have to do it at all. But I've always been really cautious with my skin, and I wear a hat. But this just, I mean, it perplexes me how amazing this product can change the texture of the skin from your face to just everywhere. I love that about this product. So one of my concerns with that as I got into my mid-50s is dealing with this little crepey neck thing going on here. And I know as you go along in years, you have to just accept that your skin is going to go through some changes. I'll have to say, you guys, I've been on this product nearly 6 months, and this is gone. I don't have that, like, kind of these lines here. So hallelujah to that. The next thing for me is, I can't say my hair has grown a lot, but I will have to say that in the shower, I don't have clumps of hair that I have to clean out of the drain. So that's pretty cool. And then I think I'm gonna have to get some new glasses. These are my computer glasses, but I have my progressives that I wear. And I used to get up in the morning, they'd be right there. I just put them on first thing because I knew I was gonna need them to take the dog out and feed the dogs. And as I started doing that, I started taking them off and putting them in my pocket. And I didn't really think about it. So now I don't even put my glasses on until I have to get on my computer or on my phone. So that's pretty fascinating too. So I'm excited to go get my eyes checked, and I'm gonna give it a little bit longer in case I have more improvements. And then for me, the chronic pain or the chronic discomfort, I'm gonna use the word discomfort. I have a medial right knee that I don't know what I did to that knee, but for a lot of years, it just kept me from doing yoga, sitting crisscross, playing active, playing basketball with my son, quick movements right to left. And I kept thinking to myself, I'm hearing all these stories about all these people who have an injury or something and it's recovering really quickly. And I thought, I'm getting all these great superficial results. It's really wonderful, but my knee is still bothering me. So right before Easter, which was what, April 12th? Yes, April 12th. I had my knee just blew up like a watermelon, and I've never had it do that, and I didn't really do anything differently, and I couldn't figure out what the problem was. But the swelling then went down. Just shortly after that, I got this really severe chronic ache in my right hip. And for 3 days, I was just gimping around thinking, what on earth is going on here? So the Saturday before Easter, I woke up in the morning and I went on this long walk with my dog. And I tell you what, I was cruising along, and it wasn't until I got back to my truck that I had just a tiny, tiny twinge in my knee. Now that was June 12th. Here we are almost a month later. And I'll have to say, you guys, I am almost 98% discomfort free in my knee. So that's huge. So yeah, thank you. I'm excited about that. My goal going forward with X39 is I'm looking forward to getting my bone density scan done. I had it done several years ago, and as being as athletic I am, I think that I had gone through a lot of stress in a certain relationship I was in for a long period of time. And I was surprised to find out that I was osteopenia, almost osteoporosis. And that was when I was 54. So I'm waiting to get my next scan done, and I'm hopeful that there will be some regeneration and repair for my bones. So that's kind of where I want to go with this. And then other than that, I've met some really wonderful people, and you guys are great. So thank you for letting me share.
Well, Heidi, man, let me just go back over what you just shared with us, because I'm like, wow. First of all, you have had the major experience that many of us are having, skin. And I honestly, I can tell, because you've been coming on the shows here with us since we started, and you look younger every time I see you. So woohoo for that one. And you are having to go get new glasses, or at least get your eyes checked to get a lower prescription, so you're having results with vision. Your hair is not coming out in clumps anymore, which that amazes me.
I have a lot of little babies coming in. When I put my hair back, and I have all these little strays. So I know that there's some growth taking place, but I don't really share that because I'm still waiting to see. I haven't been to the hairdresser yet, and I don't color my hair. I've never colored my hair.
Wow.
So the grays are in there, so maybe I'll be a true brunette again. I don't know.
Well, we're going to keep following your progress. And then are you able to cross your knees now? Do yoga again?
I am. I can actually cross my right leg up and bring my heel all the way up to my hip now. So I could sit like, what do we call it? Crisscross applesauce.
Crisscross applesauce.
Yeah, and I was never able to do that for years. So I'm really excited. But what I want people to know is that it took a while, and I was just really patient because all these other wonderful things were happening that, you kind of get to work your way to something really big like that. So it's really special. So be patient with it, because this is really a miracle gift that we have here. Yeah.
Wow. But you are absolutely right on, Heidi. We really are grateful to you for popping in today with us and sharing your story. And I am going to hand this over to the beautiful Kathleen Nichols. She has a special guest to share with us today.
Oh, thank you so much, Sheila. And what a beautiful journey you've been on, Heidi. It's really great to know that you lasted through the deep healing and then you had your miracle with your knee. That's fantastic. So this evening, I get to share with you guys my oldest sister. I am the youngest of 4, and my sister Denise is the oldest, and she's going to pop on and tell you guys a little bit about what she's been experiencing. So take it away, Nisi. I'm going to unmute you right now, babe. Oh.
Okay.
There you go, Nisi. Yep.
Hey, Peanut.
Hi, sweetie.
And you are looking beautiful.
Thank you so much.
So anyway, my dad called me and wanted me to try this patch. He said he'd had some really good success with it, and Peanut had really good success with it and everything. And I'm like, ugh, okay, I'll try. But I seriously went in with this with the attitude of, I'm going to try because my dad is awesome. He's the most smartest man in the world, and I'm going to try it. And I did, knowing it wasn't going to work. And lo and behold, the first day I had it on, I was at work, and I've got rheumatoid arthritis, and I take medicine 3 times a day for it. So the first day I put the patch on and took my medicine, not really thinking anything about it. The second day I put my patch on and took my first medicine. And when I went home, I realized that my medicine was still in my pocket. Now, I'm a server. I'm a waitress. And unfortunately, I work like 12 to 13 hours a day on my feet, 2 days of the week. And so I come home and I'm just really, 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 I can hardly move. But anyway, so I didn't take my, I realized I didn't take my medicine, and that I was actually moving okay. I'm like, huh, that's just coincidental. So the third day I put the patch on and took my first one, and I always know when I have to take it because my body just really starts hurting. And once again, I didn't take it, didn't take the other two. So the fourth day I didn't take any. And it works out now to where about once or twice, sometime every now and then 3 times a week, I will have to take one in the morning, and that's it. So it has really, 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 really helped my rheumatoid arthritis, as well as I turn 60 next month, and I am trying to lose some weight, and I've actually lost 12 pounds. And it's, I don't know what it's doing, but I'm not hungry all the time. I don't have the munchies all the time. And I'm able to get out, and because my rheumatoid arthritis isn't hurting as much, I'm able to get out and do more. I've got more energy. I'm sleeping better at night. I actually am going to bed. I fall asleep like around 10 o'clock at night and wake up anywhere between 5:30 and 7:30, which was never normal for me. And it's put me on more of a routine, but I'm actually sleeping through the night. And Peanut, something else is I used to have to get up like 2-3 times during the night to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I just realized after I talked to you that I'm actually sleeping through the night and not doing that. So,
Wow.
But yeah, and I've been on for almost 4 months now, and it's amazing. It's really amazing. Thank you, Dad, and Peanut, and Sean.
Thank you so much, Nisi. So obviously I'm Peanut.
Oh, I am sorry.
Yeah, no worries, babe. What a beautiful story, Nisi. So what I heard you saying basically is that you had rheumatoid arthritis, which I know, and lots of pain, and which kind of kept you not being able to do a lot of stuff in life because you're so wiped out after work.
Absolutely.
And you were taking the medication 7 days a week, 3 times a day. And within just a handful of days, you were down to only taking it 3 pills a week instead of 21 pills a week. Wow.
Right. I know.
Yeah, that's huge. Rheumatoid arthritis, having that big, huge anti-inflammation and pain relief. Plus now you're sleeping through the night, it sounds like, and have more energy, and your voice sounds fantastic. So thanks so much, babe. What an amazing miracle for you to be having all that pain relief and feeling so much better. I think you also shared with me today that you just feel a lot more motivated. Like you used to sit down in your chair after work and fall asleep, and now you're no longer falling asleep or taking naps during the day, right?
Right. I don't need to. I mean, I would just sit here and all of a sudden I'd go to sleep. And I'm not doing that anymore. I'm actually, getting up and doing stuff, and not sitting as much, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so just having actually even more motivation to want to engage in life. That's great, because that adds a higher quality to my sister's amazing life. Thank you so much for sharing, sweetie.
You're welcome, Peanut. I love you.
I love you too, Nisi. I'm going to send it back to Sheila to talk about how the patch works.
Thank you, Denise. That's just so exciting to hear your story. And thank you, Kathleen, for encouraging her to share that with us. I'm really excited. And big thanks to Bob Dad. That's their dad, and he's my surrogate dad. So thanks, Bob Dad. All right. This is the LifeWave X39 stem cell activating patch. And it's just like a little Band-Aid, little papers on the back. And right now I have got one right at the back of my neck. You can also put it 2 inches below your navel. What is amazing about this is that this little patch has organic crystal enzymes in it and light-coated therapy. And I work with crystals. I used to have a crystal store. And when Kathleen shared it with me, I was like, oh my gosh, crystals and light therapy, because that's my gig. I like to work with sound and color and frequency. And she said, I don't think there's amethyst in in this patch. No, there's not. Okay, I'll share that with you right now. It really is organic crystals, and they, when your body heat activates the light therapy that's coded into those crystals, it sends the messages up into your brain, and you start producing what is called copper peptides. Copper peptides are what Heidi is experiencing with her beautiful collagen, changing her skin, her hair. Copper peptides help to produce collagen. They're anti-inflammatory. That is why Miss Denise is having so much help with her joint pain. The copper peptides also help stimulate bony tissue growth. They help to heal the linings of your organs. There are so many amazing things. I went to PubMed.gov and I looked it up because I'm a real sciencey person at the same time as being a little woo-woo with my massage and stuff. So I needed some grounding in it, and it is amazing. The most important thing that this beautiful patch did for me was it activates your own blank stem cells. And David Schmidt, who is the creator and founder of the company in the patch, he said that when you get new stem cells and they go onto your old stem cells, they actually start to reactivate and regenerate. And you go through basically what Heidi, who's 57, I'm going to be 57 in a few months, we're going through age reversal. By the time you're 35 years old, you have got about 50% production of your stem cells. And by the time you're 60, it's way, way less than that. But with the stem cell activating patch, you can also experience what it is in your life. I had chronic knee pain. Some people in the room know my story. I really am excited because I had in November 26th, I got the patch for the first time from Kathleen, and I had been literally for a year at a pain level of a 30. I'm allergic to all opioids. I don't take drugs, and I just was living my life every day asking for a miracle, literally asking for a miracle. And Kathleen shared the patch with me, and 2 hours after I put it on a spot in my knee that I, no kidding, had not been able to touch for a year, 2 hours later, I could touch that spot, and I started crying. I broke down. I was shocked. Well, I met Peter and Marcy in January at the Lifeway Convention, and we dropped it hot dancing at the party that David Schmidt threw for us. It was amazing. I have not danced in 3 years. And so now, 2 weeks ago, my pain level now is at about a 5 to a 7. And 2 weeks ago, we got to go back in the ocean for the first time. I live on Maui, and I wasn't paying attention, and a wave almost as tall as me came, crashed into my knee, and it blew my knee down and blew it out. And if I had an ACL in there, I know for sure it would have been lost for good, but I didn't. And guess what? I was in bed on ice for the first 4 days. And this amazing X39 has got me through again. And today I'm rocking a 5 on the pain scale, okay? I'm walking without a cane. I'm happy, I'm joyful. And most of all, I see myself at 60 walking, running, playing, and not using a cane. So these patches are pretty spectacular. You have to try it for yourself because every person has a different experience. My issue first went right with chronic pain. Some people feel more energy. Some people can see clear, have focus. My husband, he keeps telling me, man, I have mental clarity. He is 60 and a half. I'm really able to focus, sweetie. I said, great, that's heavenly. So I am now going to send it down to Miss Kathleen, and she is going to share a little bit about the business end and how you can order the X39 patch today.
Okay, thank you so much, Sheila. Never tire of hearing your amazing story about your knee. So for me, I'll just kind of quickly run through my story. Lots of people have heard it. I've been on the patch for just at about 6 months, and I've had healing on physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. Initially, I had a huge burst in energy. I had mental acuity, my brain fog completely gone, memory back. a huge increase of joy and just giddiness. So all of that has maintained these 6 months. I have not a cavity in my head, but I did have gum issues. My gum issues are completely gone. My gums are totally healed. I had 2 other accidents that I couldn't move my thumbs. Now look at them. They're like I'm a monkey. So they're, they literally, I couldn't put any pressure on them. So that's amazing. And I had a lot of other chronic issues that were like numbness in my knee to my hip for 15 years due to an illness. That's all gone. So I was kind of like Heidi. I'm 54 and I really didn't have any complaints and didn't think anything was going on. And then suddenly all these amazing miracles started happening. And then, of course, my 14-year-old daughter, shining star, went through some really intense traumas for 6 months, got into dark hole, and luckily, right the day before she hit that bottom, we got the patch. And within 3 weeks, she was laughing and giggling. By 4 weeks, she was at the top of her lungs, laughing and giggling, and has been completely back to her shining star. Just got her straight A's again for school. So huge healing on the emotional side for her. It really brought her emotional coherency and brain coherency after suffering from a lot of PTSD. So these patches, they just really are unique and specific to what you have going on, and they just kind of tick away at whatever it is, repairing and regenerating and doing age reversal. So as that, I'd like to kind of tell you about our amazing business. So LifeWave is 15 years old, and so our product, the X39 stem cell activating patch, is just over a year old. So we have the beauty of this stable this stable company, which is open in 100 countries, has 80 clinical studies and 80 patents. As a matter of fact, ding, 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 we just got the US patent a couple weeks ago for the X39. It actually happened in a year's time, and that's because the blood work was so demonstrative and showing that, yes, exactly what we say happens is exactly what is happening. So we got the US patent just a little over a couple weeks ago. So what that means actually is that nobody can use this revolutionary light therapy technology for the next 20 years, except for all the amazing family members and community and loved ones that we share it with, which is going to be the entire planet, right? So back to the company, LifeWave. So 15 years company and a year-old product. What an amazing blend for us just to come out, heavy hitting the health industry and introducing this amazing demonstrative product. So that also brings me to the fact that this industry, we are the only ones doing anything like this. It is a non-invasive stem cell activating patch. So prior to that, you had to either get injections, which would have been like $5,000 to $10,000. Not really sure they worked, and they were other people's DNAs. So this is extremely affordable. As a matter of fact, it's less than a cup of coffee a day. And especially if you live in Maui, you can get 2 cups of coffee for the price. So it's very affordable, and there's no competition, and it's non-invasive, and we are the only ones in this industry. So that's amazing. It's really just the perfect merging and marrying of the great divine timing that we're all here in the right place. So with that, I'll kind of tell you a few ways you can join us. So you can be a retail customer, which would be $149.99 a month, or you could come in at different kits that we have. We have 5 different kits, and the ones that we like to talk about most is the silver pack, which is $2.99, and that gives you a 3-month supply. So that brings you in as a distributor. However, you can also use it just to get the benefits of our 3-month supply too. At 3 months, it really moves into deep cellular healing, as Heidi indicated that with her patients and her knee healing, right? So at 3 months being on X39, you really start moving into that cellular deep healing. So we recommend the silver pack for someone who wants to just use the product for 3 months, because of course then you're going to be a lifer like me, and or a distributor. So then after that, if you'd like, we also have the diamond pack, which is $15.99, and that gives you 19 sleeves. So the beauty in that is that you get to share with everybody you love and even strangers on the streets, which is what I did. So with that, I would like to invite you to get with the people that invited you here and tell them, you know, hey, I want to try this amazing patch, this miracle that everyone's been talking about. And you can also go to startx39.com. That's startx39.com, and that gives you more information. So with that, I'm going to send it back to my beautiful friend Sheila to close us out.
Thank you, Kathleen. And this is a sleeve of the X39 stem cell activating patch. It comes with 30 in it. So when Kathleen is talking about 3 sleeves in the silver pack, you get 3 of those. And you get a 30-day money-back guarantee, all right? That's amazing, right? Give it a try. How many of us are actually really looking every day for something to make us feel better, to have age reversal? I'm telling you, I have pictures taken from the day before I started the X39, and because I was in such excruciating pain, I look 10 years younger now. I feel 10 years younger now, and I know you can too. So thank you so much, Heidi and Denise, for being our guests today. I really, really appreciate all of you beautiful people that have been here with us. Aloha, and world peace, one patch at a time, maybe even in our own country. One patch at a time, everybody. Have a great one until next Tuesday. Mahalo.